Hello and welcome back to Guitars and Music Tech. Today we are going to talk about how to write a melody. Whether you are a composer or you're just interested in writing your own melodies, we're going to explore the different ways of how to write a melody. If you haven't listened to the previous 4 episodes about what is music, we have brushed a little bit on melodies. It's the essence of music. So please do listen to that. It will help a little bit. So one of the most important parts of saying we have a piece of music is to have melody, but not necessarily. Some music do not have any melodies in them. But today we are not talking about that. We want to just see if you like to write your own melody. How do you start? Where do you start? With what do you start? There's a lot of things you need to know beforehand. We won't go through them all, but we are just going to brush on them. Then you can go deeper, and maybe we will go deeper in future episodes about how to do that. First of all, a melody needs to be written using music notation. No, that's not true. You don't really need to know music notation anymore. You can just hum your melody, and that is fine. How long is the melody? That is not a problem too. It could be very short, it could be very long. As long as it's hummable or singable, then it is a melody. Melody has always some type of rhythm. So this is a good starting point. Rhythm. So you can start by tapping and then try to hum a melody. Do you invent or do you just improvise a melody? Mostly, yeah. People come up with melodies by trying things, and you will be surprised how much of music is written just by trying. So nobody has, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to do. And when we say writing is basically recording music, whether you take a pencil, you write it on a piece of paper with music notation, that's where the word writing music comes from. But believe me, most of the musicians these days, they do not write music because they do not take a pencil and a piece of paper and write it down. They just either record it with a microphone on a digital audio workstation. We talked about these in some previous episodes, or just record it on your iPhone. How about that? You just turn on your iPhone, find an app that can record your voice and just hum. And that is your melody. And it's the start of a musical piece of your music. So do you start with a tempo? The first thing you need to start is a tempo. What is a tempo? It's the speed of your music. So if you want this melody to be sang slowly, then your tempo will be slow. If it's fast, then it needs to be fast. So you need to be able to tap your rhythm, your tempo, before you can hum and sing your melody. Next thing, you need to have the rhythm of that sentence. A melody usually starts with one sentence, and then there's the reply of that sentence to make it more interesting, and maybe some changes in the same sentence. So it's all built like we talk. When we talk, we say something, we pause, we take a breath, and then we say another sentence. So melodies are exactly the same. It's like talking, telling a story, basically. So you need to be able to have a rhythm, and it has to be repeated throughout the piece to make the piece memorable. Our minds, we forget. We forget right away. I tell you something, and say, what did you say? I forgot. So melody needs to be repeated, and that's a good thing, because then you enforce that melody in the brain of the listener, so he can relate to it, because now he starts to remember it, because you keep saying it over and over again. So that's why it's important to repeat the same rhythm. Don't go changing the rhythm in every sentence. Then there is no melody anymore. It's just a story. and that has no beginning or ending. You're not going anywhere. But if you repeat your sentence, your phrase, time after time, then you have some kind of a structure. So let's concentrate on our first sentence. You got yourself a tempo. You're tapping it with your fingers. You're snapping it with you're going like this. You're snapping, timing. Okay, that's my timing. That's my tempo. Then you need to start to hum something that goes on that. And the humming, well, basically, it could be a monotone. That means the same tone, like rappers do. But the thing with rapping, it's all about the rhythm. So the rhythm is unbelievable. And you also have words with it. So let's put the words on the side for now and just concentrate on the essence of the music, the essence of the melody. No words, just a tempo, a steady tempo, whatever speed you've decided on, and then hum a sentence. And in music, we call these 2 bars, 4 bars, because when you're tapping, you're going like this. So you usually count. Either you count 1, 2, 3, 4, that we call a bar, and you repeat it 3, 4, and then you have a second bar, and so on. You just need to be able to sing a sentence within, let's say, 4 beats or 8 beats, 1 or 2 bars, or maybe more than that. It depends on how long your sentence is. And the notes of your melody. Let's say you don't know anything about music. You don't know how to write notes. It's fine. Just hum it, okay? Record it. Now repeat it to yourself. Can you repeat it to yourself? If you hum it to someone, will they be able to remember it and repeat it? Can you remember it and repeat it? Of course, if you can't yourself remember it or repeat it, then maybe it's not a memorable melody. So try to find a melody that is interesting. So far, everyone else is going to tell you, before you can start writing melodies, you have to pick a scale, or you have to find some chords to sing to. It's all good. You can do that. But I'm assuming you don't know what is a chord, and you don't know what is a scale. Maybe you know a little bit of that, but we'll assume we really just want to write melodies without having to go through the agony of having to learn music theory from 0 to 100 before we can start. We just want to start today. Just by listening to me, you're going to write your first melody. And I say write by meaning record. You're not going to write it with a pencil. So, well, we'll still call it write, okay? So we will write our melody by recording it, and now listen to it. And if you have an instrument, let's say you have a piano next to you, it will be very difficult when we're going to progress a little bit further down the road to be able to compose without having some keyboard skills. And I'm talking about keyboard skills. That means you can just play the white notes and some black notes on your piano. I am assuming you like music, or maybe you're just going to do it on a guitar, because this is a podcast about guitars. So even if you're a guitar player, I will strongly encourage you to go and get yourself a keyboard. The keyboard is very visual. You can see all the notes, and it's so much easier to know where you are, up and down. On the guitar, up could be down and down can be up. As you know, it's a mess. Unless you know your keyboard, your fretboard properly, you can be easily lost on the fretboard. And you won't know which way you're going. You don't know what you're doing. Are you repeating? Is it the same note? It's not the same note. Remember the simple thing. On the piano, there's only one note that sounds the same. On a guitar, you can play the same note in 4 different areas on the fretboard, and it's all the same note. So that complicates your life a little bit when you want to know where you're going and what is your melody. At the end of our exercises, we're going to be able to write a melody that is defined. So it's going to be in another episode because it's going to be long. So for now, for this, you're just going to pick a tempo. No scales, no chords. Pick a tempo, okay? Tap it, and then sing 4, 8, maximum I would say 16 beats of a melody and try to find that this melody is memorable. That means you can repeat it and you can sing it. So far, so good. There's a trick. If you want to find yourself a rhythm and you have no idea or you're finding it difficult, just borrow from an existing song. Find a song that you like and hum the melody with its rhythm. And then just remove the melody and hum your own melody, but keeping the same rhythm. Try it. You'll find that it's very easy to get something going because it's already been proven with the previous melody, the rhythm that you are borrowing. You can also change the tempo, speed it up, slow it down, and it becomes yours. Okay? Good. So we will end up our episode today. On the next episode, we will talk about how to develop this idea. So we're going to be many steps of how to write a melody, and we will be talking about scales in very simple terms. We will be talking about chords and chord changes and all of that, but in due time. So for now, we'll just do exercises of humming a melody that you can repeat. Thank you and see you next time. Bye-bye.